See, I heard no music. I heard about these guys.
They just come right on out.
No, I heard about these guys. They were both trained by Nikita and Ivan Koloff.
Are you sure they were trained by Nikita and Ivan Koloff?
Maybe it was Darso and Kamama.
I don't know. I try not to throw around names unless I know exactly who did exactly what. These two guys, I haven't seen them here. It appears that they have something for Mr. Peacock to read.
Mr. Peacock?
Urban Peacock, Mr. Peacock. MC, Master of Ceremonies, Announcer. Pay the man a little bit of respect.
When have I ever been given respect?
Oh, no.
Okay, now they're going too far.
Forgot where they were as they're standing USA again. Well, it appears that the Russian guys have the Russian destroyers.
Yes, the Russian
destroyers. It appears
I don't know what they've destroyed,
but nobody here really appreciates them playing the Russian national anthem. Is there even a Russian national anthem today?
Thank you for that great insight, Matt.
I'm just curious. I don't
know.
keep up
There is
with
no more Mother Russia. These guys came from the 80s. Or 60s, or...
If you wanted somebody to represent the USA, I think you got it with Bishop and Big Boy Cross, the Army of Two. Chants of USA can be heard.
You know, I think,
represent, boys, represent.
You know, back, these guys were once managed by the big boss.
They were.
I think
to their senses.
I think his table is now down to 148. Okay? 148. I know it's an absurd number, but they lost two.
All right.
You know, even though I don't like these two, I think they can take the Russians.
Well, I don't like to talk before I see. I don't know. I haven't seen these Russians.
They're big boys.
They're big. They've got a chain. They've got masks.
Now, this game's going to check the masks.
Oh, they don't want the lady referee touching them. And then it appears they're doing some type of Russian mind meld.
They're telepathic, apparently.
Maybe they're speaking in intellectual Russian. No, the crowd does not like that Russian flag.
It's just a flag. Has it done anything to these people?
Remember, vote against Amendment 1. Your flag may not be protected.
Or your internet options.
Well, that'll be SOPA or PIPA.
Well, still.
Or one of the other crazy things that they're letting old guys determine.
That means you.
Well, no, I'm not that old. I know what the internet is. I know what the internet is. I know how to use it. I understand that it's a valuable tool for information to be given out. And the government to come in. When the government to come in and tell you that you can no longer use the material.
Max, you're getting off on a... Max,
you think we were living in Russia.
Max, you're getting off on a political rant here.
A very
action in the ring.
That is action in the ring. You are looking at two individuals that have survived Russia, communist Russia. We have to worry about.
Do we have proof that they're in communist Russia? Do we have proof that they're from communist Russia?
We don't even have proof from our own president's birth certificate. Bishop out of nowhere.
That shook the ring, Max.
1, 2, went for a cover a little early. The Russians said, no, 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 not today.
Did they really say no, 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 not today?
I heard it with the actual Russian mic.
I didn't know that you were Russian, Max. I thought you were
international flavor that we've got.
Norway is close to Mother Russia, apparently.
Closer to the United States.
Well, yes, sir, but
with exception to Alaska, Sarah Palin will see Russia from her backyard.
Big elbow drop from Big Boy Cross.
Big elbow drop there.
I just said that, Max.
Well, I know you did, but we're not dead yet.
Well, you might be. You're closer than I am.
Okay, checking to make sure that the choke is a relationship.
Big Boy Cross wouldn't choke anybody.
Russian fires back with an elbow.
And a
big forearm to the back. Another big forearm to the back.
It might be vicious too, Max.
It could be vicious, but it didn't look vicious to me. It just looked big.
It looked big. From a big man. Now, here's where we run into an issue, Max. You cannot tell the two Russian destroyers apart.
No, they're both big. They're both Russian.
And they both have the same mass.
Destroyers.
Yeah.
Big Boy Cross in trouble in the corner.
And he's just holding his elbow across the front there.
Destroyer number 1. Maybe Russian Destroyer number 2. Is there any way to tell these two men apart?
No, there's not, Max.
Are there freckles on their fingers?
They're like the killer bees or the ding dongs. I said ding dongs.
Ding dongs. I like ding dongs. I like ho-hos too. Twinkies are pretty good, but I've heard the Twinkies are going out.
Well, they've got new chocolate ones.
That's horrible.
That is horrible. But I digress.
Twinkies reminds me, be sure to vote no against
Actually, these two guys look like Twinkies.
They look like, yeah.
Or they look like they've eaten one too many.
A huge leg drop. Did you see how high he got with that leg drop?
I did. For a big man, he can get up.
Like a Russian cosmonaut falling from space.
I was thinking about skunk missile.
Thought those were like U.S. Russians don't have scuds today.
Look at the agility of these big men.
I haven't seen a big man move like that since Alfred Hitchcock found out his Birds was a #1 hit. Yes, I was there.
You were there with Hitchcock.
We was chilling.
At the Holiday Inn.
Big Boy Cross working it back, working the Russian back, takes him into the ropes, shoots him off. What have we got?
He ducked an elbow.
Misses with the elbow, punched in the temple.
That's enough to kill a man, Max.
It could be, especially if it's big enough.
Or vicious enough.
And the Russian viciously choking him in the corner.
Beautiful. Thank you for using my line, Max.
Well, it was vicious.
It was.
Big Boy Cross shot off the ropes. The Russian with a clothesline right across the throat.
And I haven't seen the Army of Two dominated like this.
Well, not since the girls got a hold of them last show.
Well, the Army of Two are two gentlemen, and
maybe even Destruction and Samantha Shock have softened up the Army of Two.
You know, it's rare because Big Boy Cross and Bishop look to be in great shape right now. Big Boy Cross has dropped some weight.
Bishop trying to get in the ring. The Russians shoot Big Boy
using a
Cross.
chain.
He breaks the hold. The Russians run into each other.
You know, since Communist Russia fell, they haven't had the education system like they used to. So they're not that bright anymore.
They're not mindless drones anymore.
Yeah, so
Bishop counts for the tag in. He wants it to be legal. Both men have five to get the move done.
Jade hasn't started counting yet.
They can destroy.
Is that what that's called, Max?
I hope so. And a 3 count. Yes, you have your winners. Army of Two defeating the newcomers. The Russian,
the communists.
So Army of Two
and It looks like the Russians are getting ready to hightail it out of
The
here.
Russians have tried to hijack the music, it seems, as they began to play some type of beat up color song. And the chants of USA are deafening.
And this crowd back is just deafening here at the Armory in Williamston. As once again, you're updating Facebook.
And the Russian destroyer's giving me an evil look. Carry it to the back, fellas. Carry it to the back. Don't you worry about me. I'm just here to call it like I see it.